guys, welcome back to the forge. Today I'm working on mounting this anvil on my stump. I found a pretty good flat surface here. I've got to come up with some kind of way to strap it down. I have some old bridge spikes that I had just kind of down through the slots in my old anvil, and I think I could take those and drive them in by each foot and then bend them over the foot and probably have this thing pretty secured. So let me show you those. Of course, I would only need 4 of these because there's 4 feet on the anvil. But I believe I can take these and say, you know, drive one in like right here and one like right here, and then just you know, you see what I'm saying? Drive one in here and then just bend it over, and drive one in here and bend it over. Same all the way around, and I think that'll hold my anvil in place pretty well. I need to get this thing secured on my stump here and in place. I like it over here at the edge like it is, because that way, you know, I have room to set tools and wire brush and whatever on this other side over here. So and I don't have the stump in the way here. I'm not having to lean over, you know, to say if the anvil was over here. It's right here. It's easily accessible. And you know, my old anvil, this stump was a little bit too short with my old anvil, because they say the way to make sure your anvil is mounted at the right height is that if you stand just like this, let your arm hang down naturally, and close your hand like this, your knuckles should be right at the top of your anvil. And you know, that's just right. The other one was down probably 2 inches lower, and I found myself having to bend over a little bit. And I also noticed that when I would hammer on my steel, the anvil was low enough that instead of coming down with a nice flat strike, I caught myself hitting more like this, and not getting a good flat strike on a lot of my work because the anvil was set up too low. So I know there's a lot of different ideas on how you should set up your anvil. A lot of guys that like to work on small intricate things kind of like their anvil a little bit lower, you know, and they can tinker, you know what I mean, where they can lean down and make their little leaves and little rose flowers and, you know, things like that. Most of the things that I'm going to be forging, I'm going to need to be standing upright pretty well, where I can lay my material down and get a good flat strike on it. And this height right here feels really good. Oh, by the way, you remember in my last video we talked about the controversies about you know, whether or not you should heat an anvil and all of that, and worrying about rebound. Well, this anvil has probably, if I drop it from here, it has, I would say it has a good, maybe, I'd say probably close to a 70% rebound when I drop the hammer on it. So, you know, I'm not sweating it too bad. Any way you look at it, this is much better than that piece of junk that I was using. So, anyway, that's where we are. I'm gonna get this mounted up, and then I'm gonna clean up this mess. You know, I can only do 1 or 2 projects, and the floor is just covered in grinder dust and forge slag, and I spilled some of my quench oil, so I've got floor dry down. I've got sawdust on the bench from working on that handle on that Bowie knife video I did. All kinds of grinder shavings on the bench. My little steel pile is just all scattered around from digging through it, looking for various pieces of steel. And then I have my welder over here and cords and crap everywhere. So I'm going to get this mounted up to my stump, and then I'm going to get this shop cleaned up so I can get on to the next project that I want to do. Alright everybody, got the anvil mounted down, those big old bridge spikes. Drove into my stump and clamped over each one of the anvil feet, and this thing isn't going anywhere. It's really solid, so that worked out good. Thought I'd show off the tongs I made the other day in my tong forging video. I got the jaws kind of straightened out on them a little bit. They were a little off, and I heated up the reins and oiled them a little bit, just to kind of help them, blacken them a little, and help them last me a little longer. And so yeah, there it is. Anvil's mounted to the stump, good and proper. That anvil isn't going anywhere. There's no movement whatsoever. I'm very happy with that. Now it's on to cleaning this disaster area that I call a shop. there you have it, guys and gals. That is what was on my shop floor from only doing 2 or 3 little projects. We did the anvil overhaul. We worked on that Bowie knife a little bit. And what in the world? Oh, I think I made that. I think I made the Native American war hatchet too. I've only done like 3 projects. Oh, we made a set of tongs, 4. So I made, my shop was perfectly clean. Made Native American war hatchet, worked on the Chinese Bowie knife, made a set of tongs, and refurbished my old anvil. And that's how bad the shop got. Just from those 4 little projects. There's that big old hairy pile of dirt right there. But now I can reorganize everything, get everything all put back to where it goes. And you know, I can feel good about messing it up again. Guys and gals, we got her all done. Last thing I had to do was bring the red monster back in. I don't know if you can really see that well, if the camera picks it up that well, but this mess here just kind of stays as it is. I don't have anywhere to put all that garbage on that bench. That's what I was saying in my last video. I want to get some shelves and put right up there, not shelves, but some cabinets, and put some right up there on the other side of that bench. I'm going to get rid of this bench altogether. I may keep some of that pin board, but all the rest of this is firewood. And I want to put cabinets up along here too, so that I've got plenty of storage space. And I think this is a good heavy bench. I do a lot of work on this bench, and I'll probably extend this on out, or I may just slide this bench over. And I'd kind of like to put me a welding table right in this area over here, where, you know, once I slide this bench over out of the way, you have a nice welding table right there. My son thinks he may have a line on one, so he'd be able to help me out. Everything is back to where it should be, and pretty much copacetic in here in the shop. And man, it's nice to have this mess cleaned up. I get so many tools strung all over the place and what have you, that you start to forget where you put things and things like that. You know, I can only go so long, and I've got to clean my shop back up so I can find things and get something done again. So anyway, just thought we'd have a little fun today and let you watch me work my butt off for a little while cleaning this mess up. So thanks for watching, guys. We're ready now with a new anvil, clean shop. We're ready to start a new project. So, not positive what we're going to do next. Buddy of mine that I went to basic training with lives up in Washington. He ordered another knife for me, so I should probably get on that. I want to make, I've got some spare steel over there, and I want to make a ring that just comes out here, goes around the side of this stump, that I can drop my hammers and my tongs. and all of that in, so that I'm not, you know, so they're not just piled all over the place. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure and subscribe to my channel if you like what we do over here, and hit that like button, and watch for more. There'll be more to come. Thanks for joining me in the shop today.